Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sume miyoya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himoka no tachihana no. Odo no ahagi harani. Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kamitachi. Moro moro no magago totsumi kegareo. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami ao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fuchi koma no mimi kurita tete. Kikoshi meseto kashi komi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated for group Johrei. May God the Meishu-sama bless you. Today's teaching is entitled Truth, Virtue, and Beauty is from the Daily Inspirations, page 31. By teaching truth, virtuous living, and the enjoyment of beauty, I guide people to the pathway of heaven. Truth is the way, virtue is the deed, and beauty is the heart. I'm helping others to live these ideals. Truth gives birth to goodness and creates a virtuous heart. Goodness manifests as beauty, that all seekers know this. Paradise on earth, the creation of which is our goal, is a world where truth, virtue, and beauty are expressed in perfect form. Truth, of course, means that which is true. It is the ultimate reality, the right state of a thing without any impurity or opacity, with no aberration. Virtue, the opposite of vice, is the product of a belief in God, who is truth. The atheistic denial of such belief is the position material science takes as its basis. With respect to beauty, while it is true that the progress of civilization has increased elements of beauty a great deal, the majority of people cannot always partake of them. It is only the privileged classes who are blessed with beautiful clothes, delicious foods, and stately residences, while the rest of humanity can barely manage to stay alive. The modern age is heaven for the wealthy, while it's hell for the poor. If this great fault underlying our present civilization can be corrected, giving all an equal opportunity for happiness, then we will be living in a truly civilized world. We believe it is the mission of our organization to help create such a world. Rejoice, for the time has come, and this dream will soon become a reality on this very planet. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. This morning, I want to share the faith experience of Maria Clara Maia Lotti. She's from the Ipanema Johrei Center, Brazil. Maria Clara is 12 years old, and she has been receiving Johrei since her mother was pregnant of her. Despite her young age, she has already lived many faith experiences through the light of Meishu-sama. She grew up attending church and home services, and soon learned to say the Amatsu-Norito prayer on her own. She became her mother's companion on pilgrimages to the sacred grounds of Guarapiranga, and she loves to give service. In 2019, she went through a major purification. She grew only less than half an inch throughout the year, and a medical advice was daily hormone injections that she should take. In addition, she senses a crisis in her parents' marriage. Confused and sad, she developed anorexia nervosa and began to lose a lot of weight. At the time, what comforted her was thinking about Meishu-sama. Deep in her heart, she knew he was by her side. So in early 2020, she saw that her situation began to change. Maria Clara's parents, aware that children often purify for their parents, came together to take care of her and began to give her Johrei intensively. With the arrival of the pandemic and the need for social isolation, her family came together even more. They attended our own daily online services, practiced Johrei, and had meals together, which was not possible before due to her parents' jobs. They began to prioritize products full of vital energy cultivated by our nature farming as guided by Meishu-sama. She was getting stronger and calmer. However, a new scare came. Her parents contracted COVID-19 It was hard to see them sick, but she firmly held Meishu-sama's hand and remained calm. She sought to distract herself with manual art crafts and surrendered everything to God. Her parents recovered well, and even though they were all in the same house, Maria Clara and her brother tested negative for the coronavirus. As the months went by, she recovered her health, went back to eating normally, and regained joy, which has always been her main character trait. She suddenly began to grow. She grew more than 4 inches in less than a year, exceeding the expectation of doctors. She regained the size and weight of a child her age. Today, she sees that the joint quest to overcome her purification has brought her family together. Her parents' relationship has harmonized, and they are renovating the family's apartment. In July of last year, she was blessed to receive the sacred focal point of Hikari, and she's already part of the youth group in her Johrei Center. She feels very lucky to be a Johrei member, and every day she thanks God and Meishu-sama for the blessings and protection received through the times of her giving service. So young and so faithful. Very nice experience of Maria Clara. And another experience I want to share with you. This one is from Aniceto Jungo Curibanteka. He's from the Vila Verde, Camama, Luanda, Angola. Aniceto is a Johrei member and he gives service as membership classes instructor. The faith experience that he would like to share with us is related to following the minister's guidance. In preparation for Meishu-sama's birthday service last December, Aniceto and other members tried to put into practice the guidance received about one's efforts of becoming a walking Johrei center. In addition to the channeling of Johrei, distribution of flowers, creation of home and community gardens, as well as intensive Johrei gatherings, these activities were carried out with the goal of giving strength to the Johrei group they have connected to their Johrei center. 2 weeks later, Aniceto's 19-year-old daughter began purifying with severe stomach pains to the point where she couldn't stand up straight. Quite concerned, Aniceto offered her Johrei, but she declined. In his house, the only one willing to receive Johrei is his boy, who is his third child and suffers from sickle cell anemia. Seeing his sister's condition, the boy encouraged his sister to receive, claiming that Daddy's Johrei is good and I myself can confirm that. Thus, Aniceto's daughter decided to accept receiving Johrei for a week. Later, she went to a hospital and underwent some tests, the result of which, to everyone's shock, was cyst in the ovary. The doctors instructed that she should have surgery as soon as possible, otherwise the cyst could become a malignant tumor with great risks for her life. These were very terrible news. Even so, Aniceto decided to put his Johrei's conviction above that result. He kept channeling her Johrei, and a week later, their doctor decided to see her. At the clinic, new tests were carried out, in which all of them were negative. Additionally, these 3 specialists confirmed that in fact her cyst had disappeared. Aniceto expressed his gratitude accordingly with a special donation for the miracle, and learned that if we strive to serve, giving thanks in any situation, we will be able to overcome any problem. Aniceto is very thankful to the Supreme God, Meishu-sama, and his ancestors for the permission to serve in the divine plan. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to these faith experiences. Wish you a very blessed day, very blessed weekend. For those in the Northeast or other areas of the country, here and in Canada, suffering from these winter storms, please have a safe and warm weekend. Thank you very much. With this concludes our morning service.